So we're talking to Jan Rezab, CEO of Socialbakers. Can you tell us a bit about Socialbakers for people who might not be familiar?
So Socialbakers is a social media analytics company. We work with 2,500 clients, brands, media, all sorts of companies around the world to help them with their social media analytics, to take the depth and breadth of social data and bring it to life.
So social was a big buzzword a couple of years ago in the tech scene. Now data is the big word at the moment. And social data, how do you manage to find the crucial information from that?
I mean, we monitor basically the whole world of social marketing, the public part of social media, and we help kind of categorize these brands. We have 5 years worth of data and benchmarks and intelligence around these brands, so we can do predictive models. We can do estimation if a post or campaign is promoted or is not promoted, which is for competitors as well. So we can give the companies several types of intelligence, ad intelligence, intelligence about the customer, intelligence around their performance and their competitors' performance, so they can generally see, okay, am I telling my story in social media very well? And that you can be a brand, you can be Red Bull, you can be a media company like BBC or so, but you can also be a sports club or a sports institution. We work with NHL, we work with UEFA, we work with a number of sports clubs around the world, Manchester United, Paris Saint-Germain in Paris. So it's really exciting. It's not only working with brands, but marketing goes way beyond.
And what kind of work are you doing with those areas? Because we all know how digital marketing works that little bit. We've all had that experience. But what work are you doing with those kind of clubs?
Well, it's, they're a marketing brand in itself, right? They need to market themselves. They need to be in touch with the community. They need to have a dialogue. They need to have proactive, and they need the measurement of that aspect, right? And how it's working for them. So Socialbakers brings in the analytics necessary and the dashboard necessary to do that for them.
That's great. And when it comes to kind of creating a profile of an individual online, like how do you think that what people are putting online about themselves really rings true about their own true selves?
I think every year the amount of relevancy of data increases. If you remember 7 years ago, people would have, a profile on an online website, which would typically be a dating site, and they would pretty much they bulk up the entire profile. I think social media, as it's moving towards more practical use cases, I mean, people now lend money. They borrow money on social media. They have their Facebook apps of banks in Malaysia, in Turkey, in countless countries that directly borrow you money over Facebook. So people are putting more and more relevant information on social media, and of course it doesn't, there's not a like for like, but we as a company, we can identify if one fan is more valuable than the other fan, because that one is actually a key influencing brand. He's been in touch with the community. We now have the definition of a loyal fan, who's one fan coming back to the community, repeating the engagement with the community. And I think those are crucial things.
And when there's a backlash to putting data online, when people kind of react badly and they get wary of privacy rights and stuff like that, does that kind of scare you guys and make you think, oh God, we need to rethink our business model?
As a company, we only monitor publicly available information. So on the private side, just a comment, I mean, every person has a choice whether to put or not put that data. They are the ones to put it on there, right? So at the end of the day, you have the choice to delete yourself, you have the choice to not be there. But we see today, like, there's a big trend in the past months, like of, secret social networks, privately sending this, as a matter of fact, I believe in the future that is a certain use case, but it's nicher to the public use case, to the use case of you having a Twitter profile. And if people wouldn't like the public aspect, Twitter would not have hundreds of millions of users today. Instagram wouldn't have 250 million users today. It just wouldn't happen. All of those things are public, entirely public.
And the numbers is a really crucial thing. I mean, we've got 1 billion people on Facebook, more than 1 billion people on Facebook.
Yeah.
So is it a case that marketing online in the future, there's no sense of it not being intelligent and based on analytics? Is that's just the way forward and the natural thing?
Well, I think marketing in digital, online generally, it doesn't make sense if it's not social. And of course, the measurability is just an aspect of it. But I agree, it's you have to measure the marketing. The future of marketing, even online and offline, is online. And the future of online marketing is social. So that's our vision in this field, and we are big believers in this happening, and this is, it clearly is.